Back to the daily grind, and shout out to the full-time patrons. Make sure to hit subscribe if you're new and hit thumbs up if you're not a baby back bagel biting bitch boy, cause you know what time it is. It's full time.
MMA.
And it's time for episode 31 of Betting on the Fights with Fake Money, where we get rich or have fun trying. And UFC Liverpool was really weird as far as betting is concerned. A lot of underdogs won, including Darren Till, which saved us a lot because we put a pretty big bet on him. So we're going to get into that, but first we're going to go over the bets we placed last week, and then we're going to go into the results, how much we won. We didn't win a lot, but we still profited this week, and we were already at an all-time high of 3,200 to start off with, and now I believe we're up to like 3,800, so we're still at an all-time high, doing good. Started off with $500. If you haven't been keeping up with this, started off with $500, and we've just been betting on the fights with that 500, and we've never went under zero. We've continued to win money, which is a good thing, right? So let's start off with the first bet of the night we placed on Lena Landsberg. That was a tough fight too. Lena Landsberg got the decision. We bet 500 on Lena Landsberg. We lost the other two fights though. Molly McCann really lived up to her last name as far as the ground is concerned. She got completely exposed by Jillian Robertson. Molly McCann is still a very talented striker, but if she faces anybody that's got some jiu-jitsu or wrestling skills, it's going to be tough for Molly McCann in the UFC. Darren Stewart, he's a very explosive fighter. I wasn't super confident in that Eric Spicely pick. Darren Stewart was on a 3-fight losing streak, fighting at home, much needed win. He got the win there. I believe he knocked out Eric Spicely and got the TKO in that fight. So we lost that bet as well, but we still won the Landsberg bet. But going to the main card, we did bet 500 on Jason Knight, who also lost, but we bet $1,000 on Darren Till, who was the underdog. So that really saved us this week because there was a lot of closer fights, like the Jason Knight fight, the other two fights that we bet on, the Molly McCann fight, the Eric Spicely fight. They were all, nobody was a 2-1 underdog in those fights, so they were all sort of even. Eric Spicely was close to a pretty big favorite, but still, a lot of underdogs won, man. They weren't huge underdogs, but Darren Stewart was an underdog. Jillian Roberts was an underdog. Makwan Amirkhani was an underdog. All of those guys won at UFC Liverpool. So that, I know it messed up a lot of people's parlays. I've been learning about that. And I see my boy Downhill came in the comments, said he lost like $50,000 because Molly McCann lost that fight. And he had her in a lot of parlays. So I feel his pain. I think a lot of people probably made that mistake. But with that being said, we did come up on the Darren Till fight. It was close. He missed weight, came in, had those issues, had issues before the fight, came in, didn't get the finish, but he did win a 5-round fight against Stephen Wonderboy Thompson. Got a knockdown in the 5th round, so he got the W. He had, octagon control. A lot of people felt like Thompson won, so it was close. But we ended up winning on that bet. Paid off. So speaking of payoffs, we won. This is how much we won off the Lena Landsberg fight when I put it into the betting odds calculator, which you can Google. That's how I do this. I put the odds and the amount we bet in a betting odds calculator, and it spits out how much we won. So with that being said, that's the only fight we won on the undercard. So I believe we bet a total of 1,100, and we only got back 785 of that. So we ended up taking a loss on the undercard. But that's where Darren Till came through and saved us because we got 2,400 off the Darren Till bet as he was an underdog. We made a big bet on Darren Till. So we also bet 500 on Jason Knight. So we ended up betting $1,500 total dollars on the main card, getting back 2,400. So we ended up profiting there about I don't know the exact amount, but you saw we started off with like 3,200. We're up to like 3,800. So we came up about $500 to $600 this week, which is good. We made profit thanks to Darren Till in a close fight. But I feel a lot better about this week's bets. The last week's bets, I even said in the predictions. I mean, if Molly McCann can keep the fight standing, she'd probably be able to win. And she was at Liverpool, so I figured she'd be doing her best to try and keep the fight standing. Came over as the Cage Warriors champion. But Jillian Robertson just did whatever she could to get the fight to the ground and was able to do it, and then she just got the submission. So I wasn't super confident in that one though. But coming up on these fights, I'm more confident in some of the picks. So I have a feeling like we're going to be winning some more money this week. But with that being said, I'm going to put the second half of this video over on Patreon just to get some of you guys to go check that out. You don't have to sign up or anything like that. Just go to patreon.com/fulltimemma and you can check out the second half of this video in a couple of days, or and it's for absolutely free. Or if you do want to sign up for Patreon, you can check it out right now. So and that is one of the ways that helps support this channel. That's really the only way. YouTube ads aren't great right now. They're actually they're actually really bad, but still though, it is what it is, man. We're gonna keep rocking regardless. But yeah, man, make sure you go check out patreon.com/fulltimemma if you want to see the bets that we're gonna be making this week. Other than that, or you can just wait till next week if you're feeling lazy, and you can see how we did next week. So with that being said, it is what it is. Let the Full Time family know what you think in the comments. And for everybody on Patreon, let's continue. And as always, thanks for checking out this video. If you want to join the notification gang, make sure you hit subscribe and also hit the bell next to it so you're notified every time I upload a video. And if you want to help this channel reach its full potential, consider hitting the PayPal link in the description or going to patreon.com/fulltimemma and becoming a patron. I'm out.
This is #1 bullshit.